There are three things that are required when you are gonna work with a reputable ghostwriter, writing coach slash publisher, and I'm gonna tell you about it today. Hi, thanks so much for watching. My name is Catherine Storing, and I am a ghostwriter, a writing coach, a publisher, and a content monetization strategist. And I decided to put together this very short video series because I keep getting questions from people that want to write books and they're kind of confused about what a ghostwriter was or a writing coach. And if you don't know what that is, you better go and watch the first video where we talk about that, and the link is in the description as well. Today we're talking about, now that you know, okay, now I know I need a ghostwriter or I need a writing coach, what are the requirements for me to be able to work with a reputable and someone that actually will be able to help you and help you be successful in your journey and successful in a way of completion and also making your investment plus back. Okay, all right, so let's just get right into it. The first requirement is that you're coachable. You have to be coachable. I remember when I first started, because I didn't know what I didn't know and I was new in the business, I thought that if someone came to you and they wanted to write a book, that they would be coachable, that they would listen to someone that had written 23, 24 books, have been in the business for a long time, and was a really good coach. And I learned the hard way that not everyone is coachable. And what is coachable? Someone that's gonna show up on time, that is not gonna disappear on you, that will answer their emails and phone calls, that when you make suggestions about the way things should be, that they will actually listen and be able to have an amicable and adult conversation, and someone that will look at reason, okay, and will want to be successful themselves, because sometimes people will try to sabotage themselves. And coaching is just having conversations and looking at someone's expertise and being able to come to a consensus. So being coachable, number one, very important. It will make the process so much more smoother and more successful. So that's number one. Number two, you need to have an audience. Yes, believe it or not, you have to have an audience. Why? Because I have tried to sell a book without an audience and with an audience, and it makes a world of difference. And as I was mentioning in the previous video, I was talking about how it can be difficult to not have an audience, and it became such a thing that I actually created a manual helping authors and other business owners to learn how to build an audience the right way, in a way that is sustainable and actually fun. Because when I was working with authors at first and they couldn't sell the required or the suggested number of books, if you want a writing coach, I suggested in the previous book that if you could sell 400 books or above, and if you're gonna work with a ghostwriter, it makes sense if you can sell 1,500 books or above, and that will cover your costs. And then of course, anything beyond that is gravy, which it's the minimum, right? So having an audience, people that know who you are excited about your expertise, who you are, what you do, and are expectant. They're actually asking you to create this book. They are excited to get more from you. And the moment that you tell them, hey, I'm writing this book, and you open pre-sales, they will be clamoring with their credit cards, give me my copy, I need it now, right? So very, very important to have an audience. And again, like I said, because some people don't know how to build an audience, I actually created a manual that I give my authors, because I want to make sure they have all the tools, all the things they need so they can be successful. All right, so that was number two. Number three, this is key. This is so very important. And I actually came up with a workaround for people that don't meet this requirement, because again, as a former struggling author or author wannabe, I don't want anything to get in the way of author's success. So number three, the third requirement to work with a reputable and experienced ghostwriter, writing coach, and publisher is to have a team that will help you implement the tools and strategies that you need in order to make your book launch successful. Now, either you have a team or you can implement yourself. What I have found though, that when the author decides to take all of these strategies, that they become overwhelmed. That's what I have seen. If you have been able to implement, but with hiccups. So either you have a team, your team, and if you're hiring a ghostwriter, more than likely you have a team, or you're able to hire someone. The other workaround that we have done is we offer the services so we can implement all the strategies, and all you have to do is give us permission to do that on your behalf, and of course pay for the service, and then everything is handled. Everything, all the things, right? Why is this important? Because I have learned in the past that even though I have handed to authors all the things they need to do, they will become so overwhelmed that they will do nothing, or it will take forever for them to do things. So I still hand them all the things that need to get done, but I say, this is when this needs to get done, and your team or you should do this. And I make sure that we have a clear understanding of, is the team gonna do it, if they're gonna do it, or if I feel strongly about, hey, this is an author that's gonna need help, and I don't wanna pick on elderly people, but people that are not technologically savvy, and that cannot be older people, just anybody in general, that they're not really techies, or they don't really know the way around a computer, then I highly encourage them, if they're gonna work with me for the project to be successful, that they either have their team implement for them, or that they actually buy the media package where we handle everything. And that has worked wonders. That has made the process so much easier. And again, that comes with experience, when you realize that not everybody is as nerdy as I am and my team is, and that all these things, if you have not done them before, they can become very overwhelming. And again, my goal in this process is that every author is successful, meaning that they're able to help as many people as possible, that they get their investment back and then some, which is more than possible if you listen, if you have an audience, if you're coachable, and if you implement the proven strategies that me and the team has put together, that will help you have an amazing book launch and be successful for years to come. Because a book is something that you do once, and it makes you money and your family for the rest of your life, the rest of their lives, and the rest of everybody else that comes after you. Okay, so those are the 3 requirements that I have found that will make working with a ghostwriter, writing coach, and a publisher better, more successful, and actually easier in the process. If you have any questions about any of the things that I mentioned, please do me a favor and write them in the comments. Let me know where you feel in terms of those 3 things. Do you think you're gonna have any issues in the number 1, being coachable, number 2, having an audience, growing an audience? Let me know if you already have an audience, if you're working on that, let me know in the comments. And do you have a team that can implement for you, or can you implement the things yourself? Thanks so much for watching. I'm so excited for you. In the next video, I will talk about how delegating or hiring a professional to help you with your book is the best way to have more time and be more effective. So do not miss that video. Thanks so much for watching. Please know that I love you, that I'm rooting for you, and I'm gonna see you super duper soon. Bye.